I started with a little 8-second sampler and a 4-track, and I started out rhyming and I needed some beats, so
Yeah.
it was hard to find beats that matched what I wanted, and I ended up learning how to make beats. I had records from my grandfather and uncle, and that's pretty much what started it.
Yo, so it's Ebony here with Queen's Vantage Podcast, and I'm sitting down with Mom's Rock.
Yes, ma'am.
Yo, are you drumming tonight?
Yeah, I'm actually playing drums on the MPC, so we're doing something a little different. I'm playing with the bap notes.
All right. So we got the bap notes here out tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, the music is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, in the essence of hip hop, and it seems like you've been in the game for a really long time, since we were just talking a little bit behind the scenes.
Yep.
Tell us a bit about just your journey with hip hop.
Oh man, my journey with hip hop. I mean, besides the fact that Pop used to steal the tapes, and we'd have to find creative ways to keep them. I kind of got into hip hop probably as a creator. I'll probably say in 1997. So I've been making beats, but from there, I had a rap group. But in the last 2-3 years, I actually started an organization called Flip a Beat Club.
Okay, so tell me about your organization.
Yeah, so Flip a Beat Club, we're based out of Sacramento at 12's Wax Records on Broadway. So what we do is we're kind of focusing on producers in the community. So every month we have producers come through the record store, we give them samples, and we say, hey, bring your equipment, come and make some beats, and then we play them back for each other. So we started that 2, maybe 3 years ago, and from there we've opened up chapters in Los Angeles, Philly, DC, Toronto, Austin, Dallas, Chicago, and we got our sights set on Hawaii and a couple other places too. So one day a month we have a whole nation of producers coming through. We all join the Zoom, and it's kind of crazy to see because outside of the people who are in those specific cities, we get people joining from Tasmania, London, Japan, Argentina, Chile. This is some really crazy stuff that's happening, but it's all focusing on producers and just creating a platform for people to be creative and express themselves through making beats. So it's pretty tight.
So it seems like you really love this producing space.
Absolutely.
So is there anyone that inspired you from the very beginning, that inspired you to get into this, and that sustains you over time, who keeps you going?
Yeah,
to other producers out there.
Absolutely. I mean, we're listening to a playlist of stuff like Eric Sermon and Gangstar and the Beat Miners and Beat Nuts. Those guys really kind of paved my path for me. But then once I started coming to shows in the Sacramento area, probably 98, 99, it was groups like The Cuff and Haddock Merchants. Those are really the ones who kind of showed me the way. Those are my OGs, and it's cool because today with the bap notes, I'm playing with my OGs, these guys that looked out for me when I was trying to come up. So it's kind of full circle. So it's a beautiful night. It's a perfect time to do it. Hip hop 50 years.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here. 50 years of hip hop, just absolutely amazing.
It's crazy. Hip hop changed my life in so many ways.
So tell us about that.
So in high school, man, I was I was very reserved. I think I'm still kind of a reserved person, but through making beats and through rapping, it gave me this confidence. So I'm able to just I would probably be nervous to do this probably 10, 15 years ago, 30 years ago, but it's confidence, and then it's also lessons. It teaches me so much stuff about how to deal with life, and it's lessons that I try to share with my daughter and my nephews and stuff. So it's amazing.
Yeah. So tell me, do you have any favorite artists that you've either produced for, or just you enjoy working with?
Well, I love working with the bap notes. Aside from playing in a live band, we make we produce beats together and stuff, and so. I think you did an interview earlier with my man E.G. the Beast.
I did. Shout out E.G. the Beast.
Yeah, shout out to E.G. man. He's one of the greats here in Sacramento.
Yeah.
But I've done some work with a lot of Sacramento artists. Nate Curry, the homie Piney.
Okay.
And my family is a big thing, and family in hip hop is even better. So my brother-in-law, he's an MC, and we've been making music since 1998 together.
Yeah. So I've been asking everyone tonight, if you're kind of down, you're in a slump, things aren't going so well, and you got to throw in a joint that just really gets you going, what's your favorite hip hop joint?
I'm probably gonna say "Fall in Love" by Slum Village. I don't know what it is with that one, but it gets my heart every time.
Yeah, I love it. Well, they're kicking up the music over there. But listen, it has been a pleasure sitting down with you.
Likewise, thank you.
Can you give Queen's Vantage a little shout out? Just tell the guests if you look over in camera too.
Queen's Vantage, appreciate you. Queen's Vantage podcast, check it out.
Thank you. So listen, y'all, you have to go onto YouTube, onto Facebook, onto IG, follow Queen's Vantage podcast. Listen, we're trying to get our subscribers up, but we're also trying to do positive things here in the community.
Absolutely.
So listen, we have amazing people sitting down with us tonight. Another one.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're out. Yo, it's Ebony here with Queen's Vantage podcast, and I'm sitting down with Dibia, who I have learned is a pioneer in this game. Don't be modest.
Why did they were capping with you?
They were capping?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well then let's talk about your resume a little bit. I mean, in honor of the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Word.
And you've done some incredible work in this game. Let's talk a little bit about what you've done, what you've created.
Okay, well, I'm a producer out of Watts, California. I moved to Sacramento in 2010, and I've done a lot of stuff with Project Blow. I'm a part of the Project Blow camp. I did various production for different artists like Blue, Guilty Simpson, Black Milk, You and I. It's a lot of people. Right. And then I put out instrumental albums on Alpha Pup and Fat Beats.
Okay.
So I did an instrumental series called Baker's Dozen. And I have a label, 1030.
All right.
And then
shamelessly plug.
And then I'm a brand ambassador with Roland. So it's like a drum machine I use. That company makes that drum machine rolling. So and then I do stuff with Serato, and that's.
So tell me, how did you get into this?
I started in 94.
Okay.
And I started with a little 8-second sampler and a 4-track, and I started out rhyming, and I needed some beats, so it was hard to find beats that matched what I wanted, and I ended up learning how to make beats. I had records from my grandfather and uncle, and that's pretty much what started it. And
all right.
Yeah.
So tell me this. So you started off, you were rhyming. Was there any MCs at that time that inspired you?
I liked a lot of I like Ice Cube's first album, America's Most Wanted. I like Tribe Called Quest, their first 2 albums. That was around that time. I listened to a lot of LA underground stuff as well. Like Freestyle Fellowship. I listened to a lot of Hieroglyphics, Souls of Mischief, Dale, Organized Confusion. It was a mixture.
Yeah. So I don't think a lot of artists, a lot of MCs, a lot of producers even get their flowers, right? And so a lot of times we hear about them once they passed on. Who are some of the real underdogs that you're you want to shed some light on, who are just doing, whether they're producing dope beats, whether they're dope MCs, that you would just give a shout out to today?
14 KT, he's a dope producer from Detroit. Doc Kim, he's another one of my favorites. He's from Detroit, but he lives in the Bay Area now.
Okay.
Who else? Obliv, he's from Virginia. He's dope. A lot of the Flip a Beat Club members, a lot of them are a lot of uncut gems.
Yeah.
And Bravo Domo, he's dope. Mons Rock. That you talked to.
We had Mons Rock over here earlier.
Yeah. It's so many people to name.
Yeah.
Eloquent, out of Toronto.
Yeah.
I could be naming names all day.
I love it. Well, listen, we want to give folks their flowers. So, this is going to go up on YouTube, Spotify, and also on Apple Podcasts. So, I want to put it out there because I want folks to get their flowers. I don't want, we don't want their loved ones hearing about them after they're not here anymore.
No,
but what keeps you inspired? What keeps you going now?
I like teaching, just seeing people like, you know, once they apply some of the methods that they learn, and then seeing their confidence build up, like that's real rewarding seeing that.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the Flip a Beat Club members, a lot of them didn't even get out the house. They just stayed in their room and made beats, and seeing some of them grow within the 2-year process. Like now they doing shows and they holding down, hosting the shows and all of that. So they got out of their shell, and it's dope to see.
Yeah.
So like a lot of that keeps me going. And then my little one, she's into music. She's 8 years old. She likes to rhyme, make beats, and seeing her,
bringing her into the music world. Yeah, I love that. So, what you have any upcoming projects that you like folks to know about?
I have an album, but I can't really talk about it.
That's okay.
I'm trying to, in the process of clearing samples, but other than that,
but you're working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm just doing like little side project demo beats for like some of these companies on the side, and streaming on the Twitch.
Are you on social media?
Yes.
Yeah, why don't you tell folks where they can find you?
So I'm on Instagram, The Real Dibiase, DarealDibiase, and that's the same on Twitter as well.
All right.
And then my Twitch is Dibiase or DB404, DIBI404.
Yeah.
And
Well, listen, I feel so honored to have you. Listen, you're getting spoke up tonight, right? So I want to give you your flowers. Thank you for all that you contribute to hip hop. We're honoring hip hop tonight, and it's folks like you that like really keep us inspired, keep us going, keep us moving.
Wow.
Right? Which is so important and keeps us connected. So thank you so much for coming on to Queen's Vantage Podcast.
Of course, thank you.
So listen, y'all know you gotta go like, comment, subscribe, hit us up on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, and definitely get us on Facebook, y'all. We're on Apple and Spotify Music. All right, y'all.
Peace.